So I started as a practicant. I did an internship a few months ago, and Lottie and we started the roundtable together. And ever since, I'm a little bit hooked, so I'm around still. About myself, I think I'm a very caring person. I'm a nature lover. I grew up in the countryside in near Hanover, and I'm a travel addict. So I really enjoy traveling and discovering new cultures and places. Okay, who wants to go next?
So, sorry, Kaira, can you just let me translate every introduction for Gil?
Please.
Entonces,
so my name is Charlotte or Lottie, which I prefer. I work for Teikei in Germany or in Hamburg, and the last days I was organizing the offloading event here in Hamburg, where the next tons of coffee will arrive. So yeah, I think 3 words that describe me best is maybe a bicycle. Then I think I am quite a much laughing person, so I like to smile a lot. And yeah, I like different kinds of weathers. I also like the autumn and the springtime. I'm not that kind of hot summer type.
Mucho gusto, gracias.
Very nice. So I think I name Silvan.
Thank you very much. So I'm Silvan, I'm in Switzerland, and I'm roasting the Teikei coffee here in Switzerland. And words that describe me, I would say forest. I like to be in nature. Of course, coffee. I love to drink coffee. And bicycle. I like to do sports. Yeah.
Very nice.
And after me, it will be Beatrice. But David, you can translate.
Thank you, Silvan. Very nice to see you around. So, Gil,
muchas gracias. Es mucho gusto, Silvan.
Just for everybody, because Gil is repeating that with everybody, mucho gusto means nice to meet you.
My name is Beatrice. I'm also from Switzerland. I do the administration for Teikei Coffee Schweiz, and I love also sports, especially on water, ski, and I also do quite a lot of handcrafting at home, knitting and things like that. Oh, that's everything I can say about me. I also like to laugh, and I'm quite a happy person.
Gracias, Beatriz.
Ándale. Tesanía. Mucho gusto a todos. Gracias por invitarnos.
And I would like to name Hannah.
Yeah, thank you. Lottie, now you you distracted me. So I can also present myself in Spanish, maybe, and then, yeah, and then in English. So, hola Gil, me llamo Hannah. Yo hablo español también porque mi marido es español. Entonces, bueno, tomo la oportunidad de presentarme en español. Yo vivo muy cerca de Hamburgo, donde normalmente llega el barco, y soy solo una parte de la gente que toma el café con mucho gusto, y no sé, es un gusto conocerte, a la persona que ha trabajado con todo esto, ¿no? Y las 3 palabras que me describen, pues el café, claro. Yo soy una persona muy familiar, creo, como le gusta a la familia, y me gusta el sol. Es algo que echo mucho de menos ahora mismo en Alemania. Okay, maybe now in English quickly. So my name is Hannah, and my husband is Spanish, so that's why I speak Spanish. And I live close to Hamburg in Lüneburg, and I'm a coffee drinker. And I'm really happy to get to know now the Mexican side and the producers here. Yeah, what else did I say? My 3 words are coffee. And I'm quite a family person, I would say. And I love the sun, something I really miss now. And I hope it will come soon. And I nominate Goa.
Ah, pues mucho gusto. ¿Hasta dónde nos venimos conociendo con ese proyecto de Teikei? Mucho gusto a todos. Un gusto trabajar con ustedes.
It's incredible how where we've got to meet each other because of coffee, and it's a pleasure to work with all of you guys.
Hi together, I'm Goa from Paderborn in the middle of Germany. And what I did in the morning, it's part of me. I have been on the acre of our CSA to work there, and I'm just back from there. Not yet time to eat something, and I wait after this session. I will have some bread and my cup of Teikei coffee. And I have been there by bike, and 3 words, my Esperanto, playing on my flute and running.
Sorry, what was your last word?
Running.
Okay, thank you very much. And where are you?
And where? In Paderborn, in Germany.
It's quite in the middle of Germany.
I'm just gonna try to say the same. Hillel Gorengar está en Freiburg, en el centro de Alemania. Es que no puedo pronunciar el nombre, perdóname.
Va, chingón, gracias. Mucho gusto a todos, al señor que muy a gusto y está aquí con nosotros. Está contento, ya llegó con hambre.
Thank you very much. You seem to be very happy, and now you got to be here with being hungry.
Very nice.
I think we're done.
No,
not yet. Not quite. Nico, Karin, and then David, yourself, and Friele as well. Yeah. Okay.
Heißt es, wir sollen jetzt mal anfangen. Yeah, I'm Nico. Hello, everybody. I'm half Greek, living in Germany, in Ludwigshafen, which is a quite industrial city. And my 3 words are bicycle, handicraft, and photography, maybe. And I do community-based farming for 4 years now. And Karin and I, we have been, and I make the Teikei coffee for my community since 4 years. And 2018 and 2019, we have been to Hamburg to help to get the coffee out of the ship, which was pretty cool. Yeah.
Va, pues mucho gusto, compartir un ratito con ustedes.
Thank you very much. Let's share a little bit with you guys.
Okay, so hi, my name is Karen. I am German and American. I was born in the United States, but for the past many, many years, I've been living in Germany. My parents are German. And Nico and I are friends. And maybe my 3 words are sailing, traveling, laughing, and polyphonic international singing. I love to sing songs from Corsica and from Georgia, and yes. And I used to sail on some sailing ships in the 90s, big, tall wind jammers, tall ships. And that was kind of the link. Also, we had contact to Teikei through the through the Solavi, but we were also very interested in the Aventura. And like Nico said, we were in 2019, we actually were in Hamburg to get the coffee off the ship.
Okay, thank you, Karen. I'll try to get everything.
Sorry, you don't have to, it's fine.
Entonces, Gil, luego le vas a poder enseñar una canción en mixteco para que se rife. So, Karen, maybe later you'll learn a mixteco song from Gil and you'll be able to sing that international as well.
Sí, de repente hay una que otra canción aquí en mixteco. Sí, mucho gusto, mucho gusto.
Pues creo que voy yo. Tú me conoces, Gil, solo se los voy a decir en inglés. I am David. I would say my words, I think, this is morning for us, so I'm a little bit sleepy as well, pardon me. My words could be coffee, traveler, and ambientalist. I really love camping and being outdoors. In Mexico, it's a almost dangerous sport, but we've been doing it a lot. And I know Gil from in 2016. I started working with Gil, and yes, pues sí. Gil, ¿quieres ir tú?
Sí, está bien. Yo me llamo Gil Saravetes. Tengo toda mi vida he trabajado en el café. Soy productor de café soy segunda generación de productor de café. Mi papá lo empezó. Entonces, a mí me gusta trabajar en el café, caminar y jugar fútbol. Serían las tres cosas que me gustan a mí. Un gusto conocerlos a todos. Nosotros aquí trabajamos en el café, en el pueblo. Es un pueblo pequeño también. Pues gracias por el apoyo, por el interés en nuestro café. Estamos en la mejor disposición de trabajar con ustedes.
So Gil says that he's the second generation coffee producer. His father started producing coffee, so he introduces himself as a coffee producer. And he likes to work coffee. He really likes to work in coffee. He likes to walk and to play football, like football, soccer, normal football. And he also shares that Santiago Nuyo, the town where he is from, where the coffee is from, is a small town, and he's very excited to work in the project and very glad to be invited today.
Yeah, we are glad, I think. So I will start sharing my screen again. I stopped it while we were talking to each other. And I have the feeling we have a lot of bicycle lovers here and sport lovers. That's nice. Also, coffee was a part of our introductions. Yeah, I like it.
Ahorita ya va a compartirnos la pantalla, Charlotte, para seguir con la parte del itinerario que te mandé. Hoy también le gusta la bicicleta.
Sí, está bien, pues estoy pendiente a ver cómo va esta reunión.
Vale.
David, I think it's now your turn to give you the stage for the introduction of Gil.
Ok, perfect. Gil, pues voy a presentarte a ti como representante de los productores. Y pues vas. So, Gil, which is with us today, he's a producer in Oaxaca, in the Sierra Mixteca. He's Mixtec. He speaks Mixtec, and this is his native language. And Mixtec, just so maybe we can ask Gil to share a little bit later on about Mixtec, but it's a very beautiful language. It has a lot of tones, and it's obviously very difficult. I don't speak Mixtec. I just know some words. And we've been working in a town that is called Santiago Nuyo, which you could put in Google Maps. It's easy to find, and it is very important, or like the ecosystem that dominates there is pine and oak forest. It's a pine and oak forest, and basically the most of the people have their living or their livelihoods based on coffee or something around the production of coffee. And this gives us a good introduction for Gil. Gil is a very young producer, which is very rare to see. And he, besides being a coffee producer, he has his farm. He also roasts coffee, and he also works in a dry mill, which is the station where you take out the parchment. And when I started working with Gil, I started working in another project. That video we just passed is Gil's farm, and this is the dry mill and the roastery on the right. There's a roaster, and on the left is a dry mill. And when we started working with Gil, we started working in another project, and then he was our most advanced producer in terms of getting the idea of CSA, which is very strange for us Mexicans and for people in the mountain. The concept is very kind of strange. So he was one of the producers that got easier the idea, and the first year he helped us organize the workshops with the producers, and he helped me process the coffee in the dry mill. And then this year is Gil's first year as a producer from Teikei, because he asked to join the group because he saw the work and he liked it, and he asked to join the group. So now, besides being also an organizer of the producers in the Mixteca, he is now a producer. So maybe that would be it. No sé, Gil, ¿te quieres presentar?
Pues sería como productor ya de café.
Sí, exacto.
Pues nada más sería comentarles, ¿no? Que nosotros estamos aquí trabajando. Ya medio que te entendí lo que dijiste de cómo nos estamos organizando aquí también. En sí, pues somos 10 personas en el grupo. La mayoría, bueno, todos trabajamos en el café orgánico, tratamos de hacer compostas, estamos tratando de hacer el biol que tú nos estás enseñando, meternos en lo de la producción biodinámica. Aunque yo soy, como tú dices, joven, la mayoría de los señores del grupo pues ya son gente adulta. Los jóvenes no llegamos a la mitad del grupo jóvenes. Entonces, también acá en el pueblo hay hay unas dificultades que a lo mejor vamos a ir superando después, como es lo de el relevo generacional. Nos está costando un poquito jalar a otros compañeros jóvenes para que se interesen y sigan trabajando en el café. La mayoría emigra también, por el esfuerzo que lleva a trabajar en el café. A veces no logran quedarse aquí, no los convence quedarse aquí y prefieren emigrar. Entonces, son algunas dificultades que tenemos aquí en el pueblo.
Dame chance de traducirte, porque si no se me va a olvidar. Ahorita le sigue. He wants to share that he gets some of the words I'm saying, so he's correcting me in some things. I'm kidding. That most of the coffee producers have worked in an organic way, organic, not certified way, which means they don't use much fertilizers, but they're not certified. But wait 2 seconds. Ven acá. But they are now 2 years from now, they are now doing compost and liquid compost, which is what we've been teaching them with the Teikei project, and also starting to do biodynamic work. Actually, in Hill's farm, we did one biodynamic preparation 2 years ago. And he also wants to share that one of the difficulties they have as producers is that he is young, as I mentioned, but he says that the young producers are not even half of the producers in the group, and this extends to the town as well. So there's we call it generational lapse, or there's a deficit in young people because there's a lot of migration, and it's important to make coffee attractive for the young generation, so that they can continue doing the work for longer generations. Sale, Gil.
Sí, pues esas son las cosas, ¿no? Por ejemplo, muchas personas ven el trabajo medio pesado y ya emigran, pero los que quedamos, pues estamos aquí tratando de sobrellevar el café orgánico. Pues no sé, David, como que no sé por dónde empezar.
Nada, está chido con eso. Si quieres, ahorita les vamos a platicar ahorita les platicas cómo está tu parcela, pero déjame te traduzco esto. So, yeah, there's a difficulty with migration because some people see coffee farming as very laborious, very difficult, and they prefer to go to the city. But the ones that stay are fighting, doing resistance organic farming. And now I think we will try to see how the coffee farm looks. So continuing to our last roundtable, we were harvesting. So the harvest lasted almost up until March, April, and now May. As if you remember, coffee is a plant that flowers with a water deficit and has its clock is water in a way. Its flowering clock is water in a way. So when the winter comes, winter in Mexico is rather than cold, is dry, and almost around the beginning of April, the end of March, there are some small showers, and these small showers are like when the coffee has been dried for maybe 3 or 4 months without rains. So these triggers the blossoming and see how beautiful. Gil actually describes that his coffee farm dressed in a white gown, so very, very elegant. And right now there's also a lot of smell. There's like lemon flower, jasmine flower, this very floral, I would describe them scents like very floral with a lot of oils, very oily, citric and jasmine. And I will now let Gil introduce the rest of how the coffee farm is right now. Pues Gil, les platiqué un poquito la vez pasada que nos encontramos. Pero estás muteado, tienes que quitar Estás silenciado, ándale.
Pues ahorita el café, ahorita como empezó la lluvia, apenas en estos días se están apagando las flores. Ya hace 8 días, 15 días estaban así como en la foto que está ahí. Ahorita ya se ven cafecitos, ya están los granos verdes, chiquititos, ya van a empezar a crecer. Entonces, nosotros desde que antes de que empezara a llover, ya le habíamos aplicado un poco de composta a las plantas nuevas. Y ahorita que ya está la floración, ya están los granitos, nuestro trabajo ahorita es limpiar la huerta, quitarle la maleza para que la lluvia la aprovechen bien las plantas de café. Entonces nosotros estamos en eso, ahorita vamos a limpiar, estamos también haciendo trazos para sembrar nuevas plantas y les toque buena lluvia. Mi sentir con el café sería que ahorita hay mucha vida en el campo, ahorita todo es verde en el café, los cafés están saliendo nuevos brotes en las plantas, van a empezar a crecer ahorita en la temporada de lluvia, crecen las plantas, crece el café, entonces nosotros estamos en eso ahorita.
So Gil shares with us that this picture is from how the coffee farm was 8 days ago, with all its flowering at its maximum, and right now the flowers are marchitas, which means like they're dead now, they're downwards, and right now we can see the small pollinated coffee fruit, which is green, and it's a very, very small ball. And this is before flowering, and when the coffee was like this flowering, Gil already applied the first application of compost. And the work to be done right now in the coffee farm is to clean the small shrubs and all the small grasses, and to make trazos, which is like a key line, I could say, to plant new coffee plants, new coffee plants. And his feeling is that the coffee farm right now is full of life. Actually, he describes that there's like a life, that it becomes alive, that life sprouts from within. And so this is why also there's important the work to clean all of the small shrubs.
We could watch the small video Gil sent.
Yeah. This is Gil's farm, and he sent this video, I don't know if 1 week or 2 weeks ago. Great. And finally, what I would like to see in that video, well, just a note on that video, you can see the steps, and this means a lot of organic matter. And this is something that we've been working with them from the past 2 years. Gil, se escucha un buen en tu parcela ahí que vas caminando, se escucha que hay mucha materia orgánica.
Sí, ahorita donde fui a tomar el video, son unas plantas nuevas que tengo, pero la materia orgánica que se escucha son las hojarascas de los encinos. Hay unos
de los
encinos ahí.
encinos.
Sí,
Ya.
que hacen más ruido.
Y ahí se veía un pino.
Creo que no, allá no hay pino.
So Gil says that actually this is a new coffee farm, and all the dry matter is from the leaves that he fell from oak trees to plant the coffee. And chido. Okay, so maybe we can jump into the process, and I'll let Gil tell you what is washed coffee for him and how he does the process, which would be very, I can see Sylvan already getting his notes. Gil, ¿les puedes platicar poco a poco para que yo te pueda traducir?
Pues el proceso del café es un chingo, es muy laborioso. Entonces, por ejemplo, pues para empezar a cortarlo, necesitamos tenates. Después, a lo mejor nosotros cuando tú vienes y te lo platicamos, nada más te decimos, no, pues vamos a ir a cortar café, tenates nada más, o costales. Pero eso incluye, hay muchas cosas que están pasando cuando estamos cortando. Por ejemplo, estamos cortando, llevamos tenates, llevamos mecates, llevamos mecapales, llevamos costales, llevamos machetes, llevamos sierras, tenemos que pararnos temprano, y bueno, más las mujeres, ¿no? Las que nos ayudan a hacernos la comida se paran temprano. Ponle que antes de que tuviéramos esta camionetita, nos íbamos caminando desde las 3 de la mañana, caminar 2 horas para llegar a 2 horas y media para llegar a la parcela. Entonces,
a ver, aguántame.
Salve.
So, harvesting day, he says that sometimes when we visit, we just see part of the show, but not the complete show, because when it's the full harvest, they would have to carry machetes, sierras, tenates, mecapales, and you know all of this, of course, and it's equipment both to carry coffee, we will see some pictures later on, and to cut old parts of the trees, because you obviously use the time that you're over there. And he says that day starts earlier for women, because women are in charge of the food. So they would start around 3 a.m. And they would walk before right now, Gil owns a Ford pickup, but before he owned it, they would have to start walking 3 a.m. to get to the farm at sunrise. Síguele.
Y eso es en la mañana. En la mañana nosotros, haz de cuenta que en la mañana o desde un día antes ya empezamos a juntar los tenates, todo lo que te dije, ¿no? Entonces ya llegas a la parcela como a las 7:30, 8 de la mañana si te vas caminando, y ya de ahí llegas, almuerzas y empiezas a cortar el café. Como nosotros todo lo hacemos manual, con los dedos, con los tenates, entonces hay que ir escogiendo café por café, no cortar cafés verdes, no cortar cafés que que todavía no maduran bien. De repente hay unos cafés que ya se pasaron de maduros también, eso sí los cortamos y ya luego los desvanamos en una tina.
So
y eso
The day would start, the day would start around 7 or 8 in the farm because of the walking, and they would have lunch there, almuerzo, and the harvest starts. And since they do hand picking, which means, well, selective hand picking, which means that only ripe fruits are harvested, it takes longer, and they usually do it with 2 there's some fruits that get overripe, so they have to pick it and they put it in a different tenate. ¿Qué comes, Gil? Normalmente, o sea, un desayuno, ¿de qué es?
Pues en nuestro desayuno no faltan frijoles, tortilla, eso es lo básico para nosotros. Frijoles y tortillas.
Frijoles, tortillas.
We're
never gonna miss frijoles and tortillas, beans and tortillas.
Y eso es lo básico para nosotros. De ahí ya se meten el arroz, la sopa, ¿qué otra cosa? Pan, café.
And that's like the base, but sometimes you would put rice, bread, coffee, and soup.
Quelites también es lo que más hay acá. Hay, por ejemplo, ¿cómo se le llama? La malanca, como es lo que más hay, plátanos, naranjas.
So there's what is abundant over there are quelites. Quelite is now a word for a plant that is edible, but it's usually plants that grow like weeds. It's edible weeds, I would say. And there's also malanga. No sé, Hannah, si tú sepas traducir malanga, pero es un tubérculo. It's like it's a root. It's a root, and there's also fruits, bananas. There's a lot of bananas over there. Cosechas, ¿qué sigue?
Va. Pues nosotros ya después de que empezamos a cortar el café, se acarrea para la casa, se traen los costales o los tenates con café aquí a la casa, y aquí ya se desmana, se mete en agua, así como en la foto, se mete en agua y ya flotan los cafés que no tienen granos buenos adentro. Entonces,
and so the second part after harvesting is to bring back the coffee every day. So every day they harvest, every day they bring back during harvest season, and they put in water, and we call devanar or quitar vanos, which means you take out all of the floaters, like it's in the picture. And once it's also a little, you clean the coffee from dirt, and you take out the floating beans.
Sí, continúa.
Sí.
Ya que se desmanan, se pasan por el molino. En el molino ya lo despulpamos, se le quita la cáscara roja. Se le quita la cáscara roja y ya se van guardando en tinas para dejarlos fermentar. Se fermenta aproximadamente 24 horas. En 24 horas ya está fermentado y ya se puede lavar, quitarle el mucílago, la miel que tiene, y ya ponerlo a secar.
Removing the floaters, all of the coffee is depulped on the same day, and this means that we pass it through a kind of like a mill, but it's actually a machine that squishes the coffee fruits, not that one. And when it's squished, the outer skin is removed, and then the parchment coffee stays with a little bit of mucilage, which they call baba or mielecita, miel, honey, or baba. And this then this coffee is put in containers, in like like a bathing tube, like a plastic bathing tube, and it's left there to make the fermentation. He says that he leaves it approximately 24 hours, so from one day to the next. And after fermentation, the coffee is ready to be washed. This means that the parchment coffee has mucilage, and after being in the fermentation tank, all of the microorganisms, bacteria, yeast, and also a lot of enzymes that come in the coffee start degrading all of the mucilage, and the parchment is ready to be washed. And then in the washing process, they just add water to these bathing tubes, and they wash like when you wash the clothes with the hand, you rub, and this removes what is left over sticking to the parchment, and it leaves the parchment without any mucilage, ready to be dried. And he also says that this is the traditional washed process, which is the way the coffee you get is processed, but there's also a lot of different process. Actually, he makes a lot of experiments in that sense. And yeah, and then that's it.
Sí, ya después de eso, pues ya se pone a secar. Entonces eso tarda de 2 a 3 días. Entonces ya, ahora sí que ya después de eso ya viene lo de la trillada, de quitarle la casca, el pergamino blanco, y con eso ya tenemos el café oro que ustedes tuestan.
And after that comes drying, and drying is done between around 3 days. And we have now parchment coffee, dried parchment coffee, which is ready to be milled, which now is this machine to the left that looks like a grinder. And this mill removes the parchment, which is a shell that the coffee bean has, and it leaves green coffee ready to be roasted, which is the one that Silvan gets to roast.
Sí, pero bueno, ahora sí que es de manera general, pero en cada paso, por ejemplo, del despulpado, lleva varias cosas: coladeras, tinas, costales, agua. En el secado lleva petates, zarandas, en dado caso que vayamos a hacer algún proceso, tiempo, hay que removerlo diario, hay que juntarlo, hay que darle vuelta. En cada proceso incluye muchas otras herramientas o cosas.
So he's just clarifying that this is like a general way and a general description, but in each part of the process, there's different tools to be used. So we use nets and we use baskets for the washing, and then zarandas, drying beds for when we're gonna do a different process. And there's a lot of equipment involved in this. And I also want to tell you guys that this is a general way, but not all the time coffee is fermented in 24 hours or dried in 3 days. This also varies depending on climate and on weather. Listo, Gil. Pues.
Sale, pues ustedes ahora sí que ustedes dicen.
Lo siguiente. Okay, we're ready for the next.
Very nice. While keeping an eye on the time, I think we will shortly put in 2 or 3 minutes getting to know the consumers on the European side. I asked also several of you who are here today to send me some pictures of you being with Teikei Coffee, and I put them together in a small collage. Yeah, so I think we will just do it as an silent appreciation. I wrote some words under the pictures. Maybe David, you can translate them then. And yeah, I also brought a picture of all the consumer communities we have in Germany and Switzerland to just give you an overview of how many we are now. I think you see now again the PowerPoint presentation, right?
Yes.
So yeah, this is obviously not a picture of Teikei coffee consumers in Europe, but it's part of the linkage we do right now with this roundtable. So yeah, here you can see all the little dots where consumer communities are. So down here is Switzerland, quite a small country. Sorry, Beatrice or Sylvan, I just find it very nice how many communities are there. And then here is Germany and all the small dots. Built one community, and there are up to 20 or 30 people in those communities, but sometimes only 5 or so. And they get the coffee share every 2 months or 3 months, and then they get another one in the next 2 or 3 months. And I think there are up to 750, 100 consumer communities in Germany and Switzerland. Yeah, so that was just a small overview. Maybe David, you will translate, and then I will switch to the collage I did. So this was our last roundtable when we had the sailors visiting us. So she went on the sailing ship last year. The year before, Sylvan, for example, went on the sailing ship, went with all the coffee to Europe.
Esta es la foto de la reunión pasada, Gil, cuando platicaron del velero, y ahí salen esta Julia.
Yeah, and here and in the next slide, I just put some photos I collected of people involved with Teikei or drinking coffee, enjoying coffee in Europe. The guys in the middle own the Teikei Coffee in Hamburg. On the right, that's me on a festival when we had Teikei Coffee there and had a small camping mobile home as our stand. And on the left, there's Sylvan roasting Teikei coffee for Switzerland.
The screen is not complete, sorry.
The screen is not complete.
Or is it complete for everybody?
I think the picture ends there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aquí, en esta foto, Gil, a la izquierda.
Then we have on the right, Christoph, who's a board member of the association in Switzerland, who is right now not joining us because he is doing some rafting, as I got it right, Beatrice. You can correct me. On the top, Cosmo and Simon, who are friends of Marlon, who helped by the offloading last year. So that's how we dressed when we offload the coffee, with a helmet and a yellow jacket. That's Marlon, who can't join today, but he wanted to. He's the Teikei Coffee team as well. And that's Hannah, who is here. Her hair was a bit shorter then. And that's Aziza, a friend of mine who holds a coffee bag very nicely. So she got in here.
Es un chingo de gente que se fue conectando con Teikei.
There's a lot of people that have been connecting with Teikei.
Yeah, that's nice. So now we are going to switch from the introducing and getting to know each other part into a more active part for all of us. And we tried to think of a game that does not involve that much of translating. So yeah, we came up with pantomime. As there are not that many people joining today, Kira and I thought we will do it very quick and not in breakout sessions, but in this whole room, so we don't have to split up. Yeah, we think it's very easy just to show something with your hands or with your body. You can even stand up. The words we chose are very easy, and I think some of them already were mentioned today in the session. So I hope it's okay for you. And don't be afraid. Kira and I try to give you an example how it can look like. I think therefore I have to turn off for once the presentation and also my background thing. And yeah, so you will be given 3 words in the chat from Kira. She will just send them to you directly, and then you can choose which word you want to act, and then you have 20 or 30 seconds to try to let your body language speak for it, and we all others can guess for the word. Yeah. So now the example starts. Kira is guessing and I will be showing you something.
I think we should all guess. I think we can all start guessing now what Lottie is acting out. So you can all unmute yourself and you can answer in Spanish, English or German.
Dale, está bien. Vamos a ver el ejemplo.
Okay, now it starts.
Barista.
Grinding.
Yeah, more the noun.
Grinding coffee. Grinder.
Yeah.
Grinder, okay.
Molino. Estaba actuando un molino de café.
Okay, that was an example. So
yeah, so Silvan, I think he got it right first. It was very precise of me to say no. So we do it as follows. Kira posts now 3 words to Silvan, for example, and he can choose, and then he says, now it starts, and we have time to guess.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys can start guessing. I will not guess, I know the words.
Come on, someone knows that.
Climbing.
Tú sí la sabes, Gil.
Coffee bags.
No, ni idea, ¿eh? ¿Cinturón?
Picking something. Coffee.
Perfect.
Beatriz dice que cosechar, pero está cerca, está caliente, pero no.
Okay, super. The word was ernte, harvest, cosecha, right?
Sí, era cosecha.
Okay, who guessed it?
Beatriz.
Beatriz, you're next. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to give you 3 word options of that's 1 and okay, Beatrice, you choose which one you want to act out.
I guess I'll take the easy one.
3, 2, 1, here we go. 30 seconds.
¿Está comiendo helado?
Ice cream?
Are you eating ice cream?
Yes.
Hey.
Sí, ganaste, Gil.
She was first, I think, but Karin also got it right. Yeah, maybe you can send Jill a word or two or three.
Okay, Jill. Okay, I'll send you 3 words to you, and you choose one.
Te van 3 palabras, Gil. Escoges una.
little here's one more. Okay, you choose one word.
Oh, he's disappeared.
His screen.
Oh,
Here we go.
Sería así.
A ver, otra vez.
Dar comida a las palomas.
¿Le estás dando de comer a las palomas?
No, la cosa es que así jugamos a las... Bueno, no sé cómo jugaban ustedes a las canicas.
I don't know the word in English. In German.
What's it in German? You can say it in German.
Nähen.
Ah,
Nähen.
säen.
Samen ausbringen.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah, that wasn't the word, right, Kira? I think
It was not the word. I'm looking up what.
I think maybe you can show the.
Okay. Oh, there was part of our one of our last roundtables. This word. Do you have one there, Gil?
¿Mande?
Que si tienes una.
No. No, ya no tengo. ¿O puedo agarrar la otra palabra?
A ver, he will choose the other word.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Dale. ¿Estás montando un caballo? Are you riding a horse?
Zacken.
A ver, otra vez.
I think it's similar to that, Beatriz.
Similar.
Cortas árboles.
You're cutting branches or something.
Yeah.
Cortar algo. Trabajar en algo, cortar algo.
And the other word was really good as well. It was murmel or marmel or marble.
Canicas.
Sí, canicas, ándale.
Ándale.
Ándale, con canicas así.
Excellent.
Sailing.
Yay!
Not exactly pantomime, but it's,
You had a little advantage there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That was a quick one. Hannah, I'm sending you 3 more, and then I think we have to almost move on to our next round. And last one. Excellent. Here we go. Hannah.
Machetear.
Very nice.
Super. Do we have time for another word or two, Charlotte? So everybody gets a turn, or do we have?
I think it's fun. I think it's fun.
Okay,
and we already answered a lot of questions in the first part. So.
Okay, David, you get your turn.
Venga.
Okay.
No, come on. What's that in English?
And last one. You get also one chance, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Off you go.
Ooh.
Caminar.
Was it counting?
Yes, I think so. Includes together.
Work.
Teamwork.
Hey. Oh, that was really good, David. Excellent. Wow. Awesome. Super.
Me tocó la palabra caca o tutu caca o trabajemos juntos.
Okay. Go on. Do you want to give it a try? Is that a yes? Thumbs up. Okay, I'm sending you 3 words that you can choose from. And okay.
Binoculars, seeing, watching.
Taking
Photograph.
photos.
Yeah, making.
Photo.
Very good.
Camera.
Yeah, nice. Photo camera.
The help of the others.
Team effort.
Very, very nice. It was fun.
That was awesome. That's great. Should I do one last one? Okay, I'll do one last one to the end. Okay.
Sun rising.
Yeah. That was the sunrise.
El amanecer.
Okay, thank you guys. That was wonderful. And now we're going to move on to, is there anyone else? No, I think everybody got their turn, right? Yes, awesome. I think we're moving on to a very quick and short and brief Q&A. Yeah, Lottie and I will find ways to distribute the questions and answers later on, because I think we have short time. But should we pick a few, or Lottie, what do you reckon?
Maybe we just do it here, not with the help of the prepared document, but are there questions that arise during the session today?
Gil, vamos a hacer un espacio para unas preguntas, pero justo,
sí.
O sea, la idea es contestar de las preguntas que habíamos visto, pero también tú puedes preguntarles algo que tú quieras saber ahorita.
Ándale, sí, está bien.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, okay.
I have a question.
I hope mine is going to be answered very quickly. Gil, you said you used to walk from 3 a.m. till sunrise to the fields, and now how long does it take you by your new car?
De media hora a 40 minutos. Mucho.
30 or 40 minutes.
¿Y lo haces cada día? Perdona, ¿cada día o...?
Sí, cuando está, bueno, el trabajo fuerte está cuando estamos cosechando, cuando estamos limpiando. Ahorita lo de los trazos podemos empezar a plátanos, hacer otros trabajos. Pero lo fuerte está cuando está la cosecha. Eso cuando sí vamos diario. Entonces son 2 meses, 2 meses y medio que sí estamos en chinga.
You want to go with the translation, Hannah?
I just asked if this was every day. I mean, every day, these 40 minutes. And he said just during especially during the harvest, it's 2.5 months when they do it every day. Right?
Sí. Veo. Palabras sueltas, entiendo.
Karen, you have another question?
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Vielleicht habe ich es vorhin nicht verstanden, aber oh, I'm sorry, in English, please. Of course, in English, please. I'm sorry. Yes. How many people work with you in the fields when you are harvesting?
De regular, unos 8 o 10 entre mujeres y hombres.
8, 10, normally between 8 and 10, men and women.
Cuando está la de la limpia, sí es puro hombre, porque sí es más pesado.
When we are doing, like right now, the work that they're doing right now, where they have to cut all the weeds, it's only men because it's a more demanding, physically demanding work.
Okay.
Oye, David, ella decía que le gustaba la música, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Y ella vive ahí en Alemania, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
¿Cuál es la música que recomendaría ella de allá para acá? Yo nada más conozco a Rammstein, son los que he visto por
Rammstein.
So, he is asking, I think you understand most of the question, but he says that he's asking me if you like music because you talked about singing. And then he says that what is the music that you would recommend from Germany because he only knows Rammstein.
Whoa.
That's what we understood. I think I will think about it. I'll come back to the question. Let us think about it, what we would recommend, okay? And then I come back.
Lo va a pensar y te va a decir ahorita.
Sí, algo chido.
They'll give you a full playlist.
Te van a mandar un playlist.
Of course. I mean, we are different people, different music.
Pero
taste.
algo de allá, chido.
Ya, dice que como son diferentes, pues cada quien escucha diferente música. But he says that, yeah, it doesn't matter, that he would just like to get to know what you listen to. Maybe his question is more in that sense, like, what do you like? What music do you listen? But something, obviously not something international, something more local.
Ándale, algo más de allá.
I will share a song my mom sent me this morning because in preparation of this roundtable. It's from an Hamburger, so where I live, band, singer or band more, which is called Marmalade. And the song she sent me is called Mexico. So it's quite nice. It's not like, it's a local band, but they sing in English, and obviously the song title is Mexico.
Órale, chingón, sí.
Órale, chingón, do it.
I don't know if you can open it via Zoom, but I will share it also to David later on if
yeah.
easier.
So Silvan, I would definitely like to use this time for you to share, to heal your experience roasting the coffee. Have you already roasted this harvest's coffee?
Like the one that arrived last summer, yes. Yeah, we are already roasting it since October, and it's really nice to work with this coffee. We feel it has like a really strong body, and a lot of people that consumers that drink our coffee, they we have a really good feedback from them, like because we changed the coffee, and a lot of people came out and said like they really like the taste of this coffee bean.
Compared to other Mexican coffees that you've roasted, do you need more energy? Do you need less energy? What is it different in the roasting process?
Actually, I need a bit less energy than I usually do. So in the beginning, I have to really lower when I roast the heat, because the beans start to rise in temperature very fast. So I'm trying to give very low energy so I can like stay, like I rise more slow, so that I reach a nice development, that I'm not too high already too early.
No le hace como nosotros que lo quemamos.
So you don't do like us, that we just burned it.
Try. No, but the quality, it's very consistent. So one bag to the other, when I roast, it looks very similar.
Sí, es un café. Como es del cerro, casi es el mismo.
Because it's from a part that it's high, it's almost, you could say that it's very similar, almost the same.
Sí.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm aware of the time, and we're already 5 minutes over. But I just wanted to thank everyone for taking your time, especially on a sunny Saturday in Germany and Switzerland. And Gil, thank you so much for making it work. And it was really, really wonderful to speak to you directly and get to know you and your farm a little bit better. So thank you very much. That was really wonderful. Thank you, David, for translating. That was quite an exercise. So well done.
Sí, está bien. No, pues gracias a ustedes por invitarnos a esta reunión.
Okay, excellent. So if you did bring an item, you may show it in the picture. I'll take a screenshot, so I will get all of you in. Gil, where's your machete?
Si trajiste tus instrumentos de café.
No entendí, ¿qué?
¿Te acuerdas que te dije que tenías que que te trajeras 3 herramientas?
Ajá.
Que las traigas.
Excellent, we'll take it. Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1. There was one. I'll take one more picture. Someone blinked. Excellent, and here we go. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Next month.
Next month.
Thank you for organizing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Adios.
Bye.
Ciao.
Adios.
Bye.